What's going on, guys? I'm Zach from the Lumios Post, where we talk about all things Pokemon, and today we will be talking about why the newest, or one of the newest, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Pokemon, Ceruledge, will be competitive. Now, Ceruledge is a Violet exclusive Pokemon, so you are not going to be able to get this thing in Pokemon Scarlet unless you trade, but in the wide world of internet, that shouldn't be a problem for us Scarlet players. We'll get a hold of one, no worries there. So, this is for all of us. How will this Pokemon be competitive? Now, the number one thing that this Pokemon is going to suffer from is it has some pretty common weaknesses. It is a Fire Ghost type, which means that it is weak to Dark types, it is weak to Ground types, and it is weak to Rock types. It is also weak to some other stuff. Those are kind of the most common moves you see. Water as well, for the record. But no worries, we can still make a case out of this. I mean, for the record, Chandelure is a Fire Ghost type, and that was a very competitive Pokemon in its run, and, even in the most recent game, Sword and Shield, it did pretty well. I mean, it wasn't a common Pokemon you'd see, but Chandelure could kick some butt, especially if put in the right position. Now, its ability is Flash Fire, and given that this Pokemon's signature move is a physical move, it's very likely that this Pokemon's going to be a physical attacker, while its counterpart in Scarlet Armorogue is going to be a special attacker. So Flash Fire, it's good for both of them because they're both fire types. It powers up the strength of fire type moves. Personally, I am hoping that it'll get a kind of cooler hidden ability. I think it would be cool if they gave, like, Armorogue because it's, like, all warrior-like justified, and this one Defiant because it's supposed to be, like, a very dishonorable warrior. It talks about how it'll do anything to win, but regardless, that's just speculative. I'm thinking that this Pokemon will be able to take advantage of this ability, Flash Fire. You send it in on the Firemon, and it's going to power up its signature move. And on that note, let's talk about its signature move. Its signature move is a Fire-type physical move that does damage and then heals Ceruledge up to half of the damage that it dealt. So, what that basically means is we have a physical Fire-type Giga Drain. Now, it may not have the same base power as Giga Drain. It may have more. It may have less, which wouldn't be fun. But nonetheless, it will get a kind of healing move. Now, just looking at Ceruledge, I could see this going one of two ways. I could see, because it's kind of an old suit of armor that it's donning, I could see it being a very bulky Pokemon, but also just its frame and its build reminds me very much of Gallade, so I'm kind of leaning that this thing will be more on the speedy side, while Armorogue will be on the more defensive side. So, yeah, I'm thinking Ceruledge is going to be much more like Gallade in terms of stats. And I also think it'll be very similar to Gallade in terms of move pool, which is very, very good. If this Pokemon can get its fire, signature move, and it can get some ghost moves, Shadow Claw, Poltergeist, Shadow Sneak, maybe some new ones they might make, that's great. Obviously need that stab. Then you also have the options to get moves like Psycho Cut. You have Leaf Blade, potentially. I think that's a little more unlikely just because this Pokemon's a fire type. And, maybe Solar Blade, though. They often give fire types the move Solar Beam, and so why can't this Pokemon have Solar Blade? I think that would be really, really cool. Close Combat would be an option. A lot of moves this Pokemon could pull from. Talking about how it's very dishonorable, I could see it getting some dark moves as well. Things like Darkest Lariat or Foul Play. Darkest Lariat, I think, would be even cooler in this scenario. But regardless, it should have a lot of moves to pull from. Sword Stance is another option that this Pokemon will... I mean, come on. It's got swords for hands. This Pokemon's getting Sword Stance. I will stake my reputation on that. This Pokemon's going to get Swords Dance. So, all kinds of options for this Pokemon's move pool, which really is going to be where this thing kind of becomes scary. Now, again, I do want to clarify, in case anybody missed it before, this is speculative. I don't have a copy of the game, so I don't know that this Pokemon is going to have a very large and diverse move pool, but I do think it is very likely, just based off of Pokemon with similar designs to it. I think that if it does get a large, diverse move pool, which, again, I think is likely, that's going to be the threat here. You kind of don't know what Mon this one will be running. Does this one have Shadow Sneak? Does this one have Swords Dance? Does this one carry Psycho Cut? You know, that's going to be the thing, is this Pokemon's just going to be a bit of a wild card. It's going to be able to do different things, and that's a really good niche to have. And I think it's the first Pokemon that we've seen from Scarlet and Violet that really stands out to me like that. The only other that I could see getting such a diverse move pool off the top of my head is Titan, but we're not talking about Titan, we're talking about Ceruledge, and I do think that that is going to kind of be his niche. Now, again, let's round this all up. Ceruledge is going to have the Fire Ghost typing, which is a really good offensive typing. It is going to be a speedy, kind of like Gallade in terms of stats, where it's not, you know, completely Glass Cannon, but it is more on the frail side than it is on the speedy side. And it is going to get a diverse move pool, be a physical attacker, and have a new signature move that can not only do damage, but also heal Ceruledge a little bit as well. It also, for what it's worth, any of you want to do like version exclusive battles, since Ceruledge and Armor Rogue are going to kind of be rivals, I think. Ceruledge has the type advantage, so that's fun, right? Be sure to let me know your thoughts on this new Pokemon, Ceruledge. Like I said, I'm seeing that's the fan favorite, but let me know, do you hate it? And let me know if you love it. Is it on your team? All that fun stuff in the comments below. Be sure to also hit the bell for notifications, like, subscribe. That way you can stay up to date on all our other videos. You know we'll be doing Armor Rogue eventually, and we'll also do Cloth eventually too, because he's the best Pokemon ever made. I'm being a little facetious, but I do love Cloth. Until next time, I will see all of you later.